Hello everybody, how are you today? Well, let's study with Teacher Jack again. And today, we are going to study about techniques. Again, if you are ready to study, please say yes. First of all, I want all of you to open the orange book to page 19. Please open the orange book to page 19. We are going to study about techniques. Okay, let's start. I want all of you to take a look at this presentation, uniform, my school, techniques. So I want all of you to take a look at the first word. The first word, thick, T-H-I-C-K, thick, thick. If you don't understand what does the word thick mean, I have already written Thai translation beside this word. Next, please take a look at the right side, thin, thin, T-H-I-N, thin. Again, if you don't understand what does the word thin mean, I also have written Thai translation beside this word. I want all of you to take a look at this picture. You can see that there are two books, right? There are two books. You can see that the left one is thick, while the right one is thin. The left one is thick, while the right one is thin. So I believe that all of you may understand the difference between the word thick and thin. Next, please take a look at the exercise. Color the correct things. Color the correct things. So right now they have already given you the word thin. So you need to take a look at the picture. You can see that there are two books, right? Everybody, there are two books. So you need to color the picture that is thin. Yeah, you can see that the left one is thick, right? The left one is thick, while the right one is thin. That's why we need to color the right one. Next, thick. Thick. You can see that there are two erasers. There are two erasers. You can see that the left one is thin, while the right one is thick. So we need to color the right one. Okay, so I believe that all of you may get more understanding the difference between the word thin and thick. Next, please open to the next page. Look and see. Look and see. So you can see that there are three books. I want all of you to take a look at the first picture. There are three books. They use the word thick to describe each book. You can see that the yellow one is thick. But if you take a look at the purple one, if you take a look at the purple one, is thicker than the yellow one. While the red one is the thickest. The red one is the thickest. So they use the word thick to describe how book is thick. And the next one, it is thicker. You can see that they use ER. They use ER. As I have mentioned before, they are going to show you about comparison. Right? They are going to show you about comparison. So this one is thicker than the yellow one. We call this word is a comparative word. Comparative word. And if you take a look at this word, tickets, they end with est. They end with est. Yeah. So this one, it is called superlative, right? Superlative word. As I have mentioned before, if we talk about comparison, it's about which one is much more or less than another one. But if it is ended with est like this, it is the most, it is the most or the least of all the things that they are going to compare. Next, please take a look at picture number 2. You can see that there are three notebooks. There are three notebooks. You can see that a blue notebook, a red notebook, and a yellow notebook. And this time they use the word thin, T-H-I-N, thin. They use the word thin to describe each notebook. You can see that the red one is thinner than the blue one, while the yellow one is the thinnest, right? Again, if you take a look at this word, thinner, it is ended with er, because they are going to compare between a blue one and a red one, and they want to show that the red one is thinner than a blue one, while the yellow one is the thinnest of all three notebooks. That's why this word it is ended with est. So this word it is called a comparative word, and this word it is called superlative word. Okay, next, everybody please take a look at the exercise. Arrange the things from the thinnest to the thickest. So you need to consider which thing is the thinnest to the thickest, and after that you need to write 1, 2, or 3 in each circle. And finally, you need to circle the thickest one. Okay, you need to take a look at the picture first. So I want to ask you some question. Which picture is the thinnest? Which picture is the thinnest? The answer is picture number 3, right? So we need to write number 1. Next, which one is thicker? Which one is thicker? You can see that picture number 2 is thicker than the first picture. That's why we need to write number 2 at first picture, and we need to write number 3 at the second picture. Next, after we finish doing the exercise from the orange book, I want all of you to open the red book. Everybody, please open the red book to page 19. Please open the red book to page 19. We are going to do some more exercise about thickness. Okay, please take a look. Which one is thin? Thick. So you need to take a look at the pictures. You need to compare two pictures. Which one is thinner? And after that, you need to put a tick. Okay, you can see that there are two books, right? There are two books. You can see that the left one is thick. The left one is thick, while the right one is thin. That's why we need to put a tick on the right one. Next, you can see that there are two books. There are two books. You can see that the left one is thick, while the right one is thick. That's why we need to put a tick on the left one. And the last picture, you can see that there are a pile of newspapers and one piece of paper. So you can see that a pile of newspaper is thick, while if you take a look at one piece of paper, it's very thin. That's why we need to put a tick on the right side. Okay, next, please open to the next page. Arrange the items from the thinnest to the thickest. Write 1, 2, 3, or 4 in each box. So you need to arrange the items from the thinnest to the thickest. Again, you need to take a look at the pictures, and after that you need to write number 1 if you think that the item is thin, and you write number 4 if you think that the item is the thickest. So let's take a look together. You can see that the first picture, there are 4 books, right? There are 4 books. So I want to ask you some question. Which book is the thinnest? Which book is the thinnest? The answer is picture number 4, right? Picture number 4 is the thinnest. So you need to write number 1. Next, Which one is bigger than the picture number 4? The answer is the first picture, right? So you need to write number 2. And you can see that right now there are 2 books left. There are only 2 books left. So I want to ask you some question. Which one is bigger? Which one is bigger? This one or this one? The answer is this one is bigger than this one. Right. So we need to write number 3 at picture number 3. And the second picture we need to write number 4. Next picture, you can see that they are going to compare 4 pieces of wood, right? They are going to compare 4 pieces of wood. Which one is the thinnest? Which one is the thinnest? The answer is picture number 2. So we need to write number 1. Next, we need to write number 2 on picture number 3. Number 3 at picture number 4. At the first picture, we need to write number 4. Okay, the last picture, you can see that they are going to compare 4 piles of newspaper. They are going to compare 4 piles of newspaper. So you can see that which one is the thinnest. The answer is picture number 3. So we need to write number 1. Number 2 at picture number 2. And the last picture is number 4. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for taking part in my presentation. The most importantly, you need to review the lesson again and again. And hope to see you in the next lesson. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.